It's the week of October 28th, 2 days before Halloween. Miss Kiki's not here this week, and we have Miss Ophelia in to fill in.
Just Ophelia, not Miss.
I am a polite Southern.
The dog.
Okay, well, Kiki is older than I am, so
Well, I mean, but
she could be Miss.
you're in the same decade, so we welcome Ophelia to this week's.
Sorry, starting.
They said, how you doing, Dustin? You look pretty good in your uniform or costume today.
I'm doing good. I'm trying to snazz it up for you
It
guys.
is a uniform. This is a Nebraska uniform.
This is what we wear now.
Well, I'm glad because you can totally see all of your personality.
I know, you really can.
Yes.
The pants are very small. So if
Just
you'd like to
saying.
know what I look like, stop by tonight. But you will see this
What do
in
they
2
call
days,
that?
so it'll be too late.
Mammal toe, or what are they?
No, that's not even a mammal toe. That is all personality.
It is just skin tight.
That is just out there. You know what you'd be getting tonight, okay?
How you doing, Courtney?
Doesn't she look hot? She looks hot tonight with all her makeup.
When I left the house, Gary said, "Ooh, spooky," and I was like, I wasn't trying to, but okay.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Did you throw your glass at him? And
He's like, "No, I like it."
Maybe he just meant because you have a black ribbon instead of a red one?
No, it's because my lipstick's really dark, but it's because, I went blonder, and so I'm trying to, mess with my makeup. It doesn't match anymore, and my whole face is just washed out. And
Well, I think you look hot.
thank you.
All you need is fake eyelashes.
Okay, next time for sure.
did any of you guys go to Nightmare on Normal?
No.
That just happened 2 days.
No.
No? Wow.
None of us did. Well, you obviously wouldn't
I was
have.
working.
You have an excuse.
I wanted to, but I'm working.
I had to work too. Yeah. Well, the last couple of times I've caught you at PEX, being all lesbianish and stuff. So Monflora, she's all out there, dykish with her bike. Do it again this year?
I don't know what I was doing on. When was night? That was on Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I think it should have been.
Oh, let me tell you what I was doing. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
So, Apple,
The computer company?
yes.
Oh, okay.
You know, they did that big update.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maverick.
Yes.
Okay.
I call it Math Shock. It has screwed up my computer at home so bad that I dealt with between Cox Communications and Apple. I dealt with them on Thursday and Friday, and then on Saturday, after I got home from work, I called them, and I spent almost 4.5 hours.
Oh my God.
So bad that they're like, Apple is like, I did do all of these.
Oh my God, because you always have the worst luck with cable people.
Thank you.
With,
Thank you.
With your internet, with
Thank you.
someone tagging your home on Foursquare.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
What?
You invite. What's happening?
Well, for one, I'm getting no email. Mm-hmm. No email. So the only place I'm getting email right now is on my phone, which I can't read because I don't like to wear my glasses. But
Even when you're at home and no one can see you?
even when I'm at home, no one can see me. Well, because paparazzi, they might be outside my window and take a photo.
I mean, you still have the bathroom.
That's where I put the cameras myself.
So how far along are you with the Maverick now? Did you get it?
Well, no. It is so bad that the Apple people, I had to download and then upload and send a bunch of stuff to Apple because they sent it all to their engineering department, which is going to try to figure it all out. And they're supposed to call me back on Thursday, is when I have an appointment with them, so that we can hopefully do patches. Or if that doesn't work, I have to, the next step they're going to try to do is to totally clean out my computer and uninstall all of the operating system and then reinstall all the operating system to see if that will get it to work. And if that doesn't get it to work, then they want me just to go and exchange my computer.
Yeah, I'd just exchange it.
So what happens when they exchange it? Do they look at what's on your computer and put it over to the new computer?
Yeah, did they say where you're
Well, no. Well, okay. Well, first off, I don't have porn on my computer.
Really? They just
No.
showed a Pornhub map across the United States and it's pinpointed where you're at.
No.
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 But
I don't have
Pornhub is
porn.
not saving it. That's a website you can just...
Yeah, that's what I do. If I watch porn, I just go to a website. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to save it.
I don't have naked pictures on my phone either.
No?
No.
Not of you, of anybody?
Not of anybody. No one. Yeah.
Not of other just random pictures. No
No.
one sends them to you.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe.
And I delete them.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they are still kind of there. You just
No, I delete them.
isn't those kind of files still stuck behind?
Well, I
Those
guess if
files?
you're on friggin' CSI.
It's somewhere out
Dun,
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it's fine. So that's what I said. So when I got done with that on Saturday, because I literally got off the phone with him like at 7:45, I was so
Weird.
frustrated.
To fix something like that.
And it's still not fixed.
Right.
Yeah, so to get my mail now, I have got to go to webmail or whatever it is, and I've got to get my mail there. And it's a nightmare. And everything, all my old mails that I had are gone.
You don't keep anything like in the cloud or something to keep all your storage?
Well, it was supposed to be in cloud, but when we were like fixing all this stuff, poof, gone. My cloud dried up. It's gone. Everything is gone.
evaporate.
Yeah, gone.
It's computer pause.
So I'm not very happy right now.
You know.
My laptop is dying right now, so I'm not happy.
What do you have?
It's an Apple, but I've had it for a long time. But
Yeah, I've had mine for
the
7
screen
years.
the screen is dying. The screen will stay on for like 10 seconds. So it's
So-
still on. But the screen,
You know where you should look for one? Not that I'm doing a plug, because Lord knows they're not paying us, but still, if you have computer stuff, over where the Ralph's is?
Yes.
There-
J. Ralph's, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's that little computer place, which used to be the photo shop. You know where the photo little shop was in there? Next to Starbucks?
Is there like a little driveway run through it?
Yes.
And everything? Okay.
Right there is a computer place, and I can't think of the name of it. D&G or what is it? DC Computer. They're excellent, and what they do is they buy old computers from like hospitals and stuff, and then they refurbish them like all brand new. But they keep all the software that was on there, and you can get a computer for almost half of what you would spend for one brand new.
we have a desktop, so
Is it a Mac too?
yeah.
Don't upload it.
We are all.
Don't.
Mac at my
Did you do the Maverick?
house. I don't.
Trent did the Maverick. It seems to be working fine. Yeah, no issues.
No, of course it's just me.
Well, no, Aaron said he had the same problem as well with the iMovie. You lost all of your last.
Which
she said-
which isn't that bad.
Really?
This is just one episode or all of them?
No, just the last week.
Okay. That's not-
Aaron got all drunk and was
But this
sloppy.
computer shop is by the Gay Ralph. So, do you go to that Gay Ralph's often?
No,
No, you
I don't go to Ralph's at all. I shop at Vaughn's.
Oh, because I was wondering they still had that meat market thing still in there.
I thought that's what Ralph's was, a meat market.
Well, yeah, but there was a specific area. There was a specific area by the deli where you would, I like
Cruise?
salami or Cruise. There we go.
Really?
I
The meat market was right there. Yeah. Back in the day. I don't know if it's still there or not. I haven't.
Is that like pre-grinder days or something? like that?
Pre-grinder days. Well, no. Some people use grinder. Like, meet me at the meat.
I wouldn't cruise at Ralph's.
Huh?
I don't think I'd cruise. I'm the Vaughn's. If I was gonna cruise someone, I would cruise for like a Trader
You're a
Joe's or
Vaughn's.
something.
You're not Ralph.
Seems reasonable.
Trader Joe's.
What grocery store would you cruise someone?
If you cruise at Trader Joe's, though, they're probably gonna. You get more of a.
I feel like I'd say
a scent.
Bonds?
Like someone who goes to Trader Joe's probably has a little bit more of a scent to them, so I might want to avoid them. Because they're all organic and natural, and they don't want to wear.
Well, that means they taste better.
Where wouldn't you cruise?
That's true.
Ralph's? I just said that.
Other than Ralph's, like where would be like the?
I wouldn't cruise a bathroom.
I'm talking grocery store. I'm not like.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been
Costco?
cruised at Fresh and Easy.
Everyone goes to Costco. Walmart.
Oh.
Walmart? Hell no.
Well, I don't know. That is a rough trade to go through Walmart.
I feel like everyone dresses down to go to Walmart.
It's kind of like,
I'm like, I'm wearing jeans and a button-up. I need to put on basketball shorts and a tank top, and then I can go to Walmart.
With underwear or no underwear? I'm just wondering.
With.
Does your husband always wear underwear? You don't know if your husband always wears
He
underwear?
does. I mean, I don't think he ever like goes commando.
No?
I don't
Oh.
think so. He always wears an undershirt and underwear.
Would you be able to tell if he did?
Would I be able to tell if he did?
I I'm sure you have a lot of experience.
Would it be like Dustin today?
Wearing under
If you
the.
said that, and I'm trying so hard.
She's on elevator rides.
I'll just keep my hands like
That's
this.
perfect.
There's a first. So, Justin, you're dressed up as? Because I thought you were the Mad Hatter at first. But
No, it's one half of the suit from Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Okay, and
So my bartender Julian has the orange suit.
But he's not wearing it.
No,
He's not.
it's on the bar. He's
Oh, I see
setting
it.
up
I
first.
see.
Oh, I hope he puts it on. I hope he shows his personality too.
The orange one is baggy. The blue one is tight.
Who bought them?
Julian did. We went to Bourbon Street last night, and like every time someone came up and like said something, like and like took a picture with us, Julian's afterwards like, "Hey, look at his penis." That's my friend.
sounds about right.
Do you ever go commando?
Oh, yeah, I guess I do every once in a while. I don't like it because I don't like when the zipper like starts.
See, I don't like it at all.
Rub.
Like I sleep naked, but I would never
Oh, I
go
can't sleep
commando.
naked.
It's so comfortable.
It's
How do you
not.
sleep with clothes on? It's fucking terrible.
You know, because when I turn.
This is my reason for not sleeping naked. If there's a fire in the middle of the night, I don't want to run out. And
Hello, that's how I am.
In
Hallelujah.
a crisis, I could care less.
I don't like.
I don't
clothes like, away.
want naked.
Like, I don't put all my clothes away. Like, I'm wearing basketball shorts when I go to bed, and they're laying right next to my bed. If
There's
I
a
get
fire.
up,
You gotta go. You
Oh,
don't have
come on,
time.
that's
You
not
got-
shorts.
You just burn.
Or an earthquake in the house. I mean,
Basketball
that.
shorts are gone.
Yeah, thank you.
Shook
No.
out of the.
My problem.
You
is-
would run out in a
No, well,
crisis naked.
my real problem is if I don't wear it, there's times in the middle of the night where I'll wake up and I'm like accidentally skewering the babe and not realizing it, and you know.
I don't have
and-
that issue.
Underwear kind of keeps
that is okay. I will say that when I share a bed,
pushed in the same direction.
when I have a girl stay the night, I wear basketball shorts.
Basketball shorts.
That's the time.
Yeah, that doesn't make.
No, if we've already like it's we already talked about this because like my sleep time is my sleep time.
I know, I guess.
Like so I'm like I'm gonna like I would wear like a full like body suit for you to like for someone to not touch me while I slept. I don't like you to touch myself unless it's really cold. So tonight again.
That's.
Do you use a body pillow?
What did you?
I was gonna say something and then you said something and then I got distracted.
No, I'm not gonna use a body.
No.
Maybe a tampon.
I will never use a body pillow because of how you describe them.
Yeah.
But one day
No.
your like pregnant like wife will want one or girlfriend or whatever will want one. That's what
body
they're
pillow?
for.
A body pillow?
Pregnant women.
A girl can have that.
Good for back alignment. Well, you know, Trent wouldn't mind because he'll go naked anywhere. I mean,
We know.
he like, I know you know, but well. I mean, he's the
I think
person
that's how.
who likes
I
me.
think that's how I met Trent. Actually,
I'm trying to remember because I mean, we've done a couple of this.
I was at a pool party and he got out of the pool and I'm
That's
like, "Hi." I was there in my muumuu. Because that's what I wear to pool parties.
Oh my god, that was a cool pool party. Because I remember he had some hot boys in there.
Yes.
Oh,
And the food was excellent.
that's been almost 5 years though. Shit, it's been a long time.
That's all I have to say. All my Halloween parties have been canceled this year.
Really? No. Well, by the time this airs, Halloween will be tomorrow, Tuesday night. So maybe 2 nights. Is the restaurant doing anything for Halloween?
Yeah, we are open. We've got DJ Marcel and Taj
I
spinning
love
together.
Marcel.
Taj is gonna be here.
Yeah, they're spinning together, so it's not
I
like
love Taj.
instead of like one opening, one closing, they're literally going to be plugged in at the same time,
Marcel's good, too.
mixing into each other and everything. No cover all night. It's going to be fun.
Oh my god.
Is there going to be a costume contest?
Yeah, we'll have a costume contest.
Who's emceeing it?
I was going to see if you would like to.
A little late.
Kind of short notice, huh?
I know, really.
I mean, it came up in the conversation when my dad was like talking about you, so it's like,
I'm just all excited that your dad was talking about me. That is all I really care about. Hi.
Well, I hope you think about it, and she's gonna do so. On
But I
our
don't want
break.
your mom to be all upset.
She's
Sorry,
gonna do so
Gail.
on our break, so we will be right back. So we're back, and you better come to the restaurant on Halloween night because there will be an Ophelia show here
As a lesbian.
as a lesbian. She does lesbian every Halloween. I remember the first time I was a little put off because that wig was horrible. You know, the one with the braids on the side. Oh, You're not gonna wear the same one, is it? You do it.
Well, yeah, I
Just
just
revealing everything.
yes, but I change it. It's always in a ponytail of some sort.
Yeah.
Lesbians wear ponytails.
Do they?
So do straight girls.
I don't.
Not, I have a boot today, but
Oh, you're lesbian?
usually it could be a ponytail. I just said straight girls wear ponytails
Oh,
too.
straight girls. Okay. Is that
Oh my God, I'll be a straight girl with Birkenstocks.
I have class, but maybe I'll come afterwards.
You should.
What time do you get done with class?
Well, it's a new class that starts tomorrow, so I don't even know if the teacher's gonna make us come, but I'll be done by 10. Shall I come over here?
I hate when teachers make us come. But
Aaron doesn't.
oh, well, leave Aaron alone. At least blanks are safe.
That was another conversation.
Oh, you know, I was looking through some of the new stuff, and I was surprised that I can't believe how much has changed since when I first started going out to clubs. And this thing called Molly. Have y'all been hearing about this? This drug called Molly that's like infiltrating the clubs in New York.
Isn't that pot?
No.
No.
Molly's MDMA, which is the purest form of ecstasy. So the reason that Molly's become so popular, because think about like ecstasy used to be extremely popular in the club scene, but ecstasy is really dangerous because it's made differently every time. It is kind of like a combination of things and like dealer's choice. So you never really know, like with ecstasy, how it's gonna be. Molly is pure MDMA, and that's what gets you the high from ecstasy. But ecstasy, they cut it with other stuff, which is why it was like cheaper. But people could die off of their first time using ecstasy and things like that.
Right.
Which is why Molly became more popular.
Is it more expensive?
I believe so. I have no idea. I believe
I
so
would
though.
think.
So is it like the
never-
difference between like cocaine and like crystal?
Well, didn't old ecstasy used to have crystal in it, but now this Molly doesn't? It's just more concentrated in
Yeah,
DNA?
I believe so.
Yeah, because ecstasy back in the day used to keep people up, so I heard.
You've never done ecstasy?
Well, okay.
I've done it. I hated it.
Really?
No, my God, did I? Well, I know this is going to come as a shock. So prepare yourself,
Okay.
Courtney.
A little.
I'm a little bit of a control freak.
Oh.
I know. And when I was on that, felt like I was not on control. And so, because of that, I hated it.
Oh, okay.
Now, cocaine, on the other hand, loved it.
Well, you know, I don't get cocaine, though, in this sense, because I don't see how people get addicted to it.
What?
I don't see how people, okay, I'm just going to say this. Before I joined the military, once I joined the military, I was completely a cleaned up guy. The only thing I do now are little herbal refreshments here and there. But before the military, I was pretty bad person. Not bad, but I did a lot of crazy things, and I just don't see how cocaine was addictive. It was fun.
Did you try crystal?
Crystal is the one thing that I will never do ever again. And
So that means you did try it.
I would, yes, and I would never, and that's one of the few times where I will ever step out of my box on telling anyone anything about themselves. I would hope that a person would never do crystal. Never, ever.
I agree.
Because it's one of those things where you did it and you wanted to do more. Couldn't stop.
See, I was the opposite. I did crystal twice, and after I just never wanted to do it again. For the same thing that I didn't like ecstasy, is I didn't feel like I was in control, and I don't like that feeling. So that's why I didn't like crystal. But coke, on the other hand, you could, like you would do it, and you would be like fun, and then it kind of wears off faster.
Energized, yeah.
And then I felt like
It was fun, but I can't see how people would want to keep doing it over and over and over.
About crystal?
No, Coke.
Coke. Oh, I could do.
Because it just.
I
stays
just
the
stopped
same after a
myself.
while.
I said, Ophelia.
Wasn't Little Richard
You need to put.
stuck on cocaine for like the longest time?
Who?
Little Richard? MTV.
The singer?
Motown guy, yeah. Woo! Good guy.
Oh,
Molly.
yeah.
Ah, good guy, Miss Molly. See that?
Probably a lot of them. Have you ever done anything?
No.
You've never done anything? Not pot?
She's going to be a family therapist. She can't do things like that.
I know a lot of therapists that should. Now, your dad was in law enforcement.
Yes.
So you should not have, which means that you probably did.
I've actually only smoked pot and I've done whippets. Those are the only two.
What is whippets?
Whippets is stupid. Is what it is.
I didn't want to judge, but yeah, it's
Like I did it one time because like
Okay,
some
what
of
is
my
it?
friends, it's
like poppers,
it's like
but
it's like CO2 basically. So it's like you just have these little canisters and you just breathe it in until you can't breathe anymore, and then you like breathe out like, and it just goes wah wah wah. And it's like 10 seconds and it's done. And all it does is kill your brain cells.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I did it one time because my friends were like, "Yeah, we love whippets, we do them all the time," and I was like, "I'm gonna just try them." And I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
What was that movie with Ryan Reynolds in the restaurant?
Waiting. They
Waiting.
do
You
whippets
ever
in
seen,
Waiting.
you ever seen the movie
Yeah.
Waiting? When they're all in the walk-in freezer and they're all just doing the...
Steve-O, do you know Steve-O from Jackass?
No.
He was addicted to whippets, which is strange to me because I don't understand it.
I don't say you can get addicted.
For a while, he didn't breathe like normal air. Like he would breathe in at the whippet, breathe it out, and as he was like holding and breathing out, he could change the canister to a new one and do it again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, he had a bunch of other drug issues.
I believe everyone should experiment.
Well, okay.
Unless you think that you have a addictive personality.
I just feel like I'm past that stage.
Oh, come over one night.
I mean, I was really a good boy. Christian
What else did you
boy,
do?
Until I was maybe 26 is when I kind of went crazy for a little bit. And then just experimented on everything and everybody. And once I got tired of it, came back home to San Antonio and joined the Navy and cleaned up. So I can see where you if I were to talk to people, I would hope they would never do crystal though. Crystal is that's just a dead end. It really is. And I know a lot of people that just could not get out of it. And and here in San Diego, when it was real bad, remember, I don't know if you remember back in...
Well, at one point, wasn't San Diego like the crystal capital of the
Crystal
world?
Capital was in '99 and all that.
Yeah,
It's
something like
changed.
that.
Now it's Ohio and the Midwest. And what was that Breaking Bad set in? Was it New Mexico? Breaking Bad?
It's in the land of enchantment.
Yeah, there's a whole... You've seen that show, right?
No.
That's a whole series around meth manufacturing.
Never seen it.
You've never seen it? Oh, thank God.
Thing and I never seen it. It's over now, but
Well, I mean, that's like, it's on Netflix, and everyone keeps telling me to watch it. I'm like, that's like a huge commitment because there's a bunch of seasons.
the seasons up were there.
How many? You're like 8, right?
Yeah.
8? Oh yeah, I
But-
just caught up on an 8.
And it's like an
season
hour long.
show.
I think it's an hour long show too. I'm like,
Oh,
Did I
no.
watch Orange is the New Black? Or, Orange is the New Black.
I did not watch
It's in my queue.
Everyone-
Yeah,
That
it's in my
is
queue.
fucking awesome. I'm telling you, that is a fucking awesome show. Me and Trent just got stuck into it. Like
The
last
orange, yeah. I haven't started that. The only thing that Netflix
I've
I
never
watched...
heard anything bad about it. I've only heard good things.
Yeah, it is.
And there's a lot of lesbian stuff, so you might like it because there's a lot of nudity. Women nudity.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not a lesbian. I don't.
Lesbians.
yeah, lesbian, they're girls.
Nudity.
Yeah.
They're like the ones
a
that
lot of
look like they
titties and
push
stuff.
trucks and stuff. They're not probably not tiny ones.
Oh,
Well, there's shower scenes and whatnot.
Like,
Kind of could be like it could be like Oz was to us gay boys.
I never watched Oz.
Well, I did.
there's a couple of cute. I often look at the show and I wonder about Jay Turner. You know what he thinks because there's.
Well, they say it was not realistic. They said parts of it were realistic and parts of it weren't, but yeah.
Some of the
No, I
parts
had to
are really
close.
bad. I'm like,
I totally had to close my blinds when I was watching Oz. Also, going back, the other reason that I stopped doing drugs was, which is also when I realized that I was popular, because I got called out one night when I was doing it, and that was again, I go back to control. That was, because my image, I'm very much in control of. And somebody called me out on it, and that was the last time that I ever did it in public. So now, after that I would, it would only be if I went away for a weekend and I was, locked up someplace.
so not this weekend at Palm Springs, probably.
I'm gonna be locked up by myself. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. No.
But isn't that kind of weird to be worried about your image as a drag persona or drag entertainer, considering that the whole the whole genre is kind of stigmatized by that anyway.
Okay, well, here's the story.
Okay.
The story is that there were several of us drag queens. This was like the deciding thing, and we were at a very popular event, the Nickies. And several of us were in the restroom, and we were already high enough that we no longer cared
If you want.
about the surroundings
okay.
of us. And so we're sitting there, and in the open, we have the lines, and we're, and doing our little bumps, and, we walked out, and somebody came and pulled us aside, and they said, I don't know if you're aware of this, but here in the ballroom is the mayor of San Diego, the district attorney. They both have bodyguards. One of them was in the bathroom with you when you were doing that. And I'm like, well, how did they know me? And they said, you're the only one of the group that she recognized. And I was like, oh, okay. And I grabbed my purse and I left because I was mortified. And that was it. That was like,
Was this the bodyguard you thought was all hot and stuff?
no, that's
The
Odie.
mayor?
Hi, Odie.
Oh. So it's a different mayor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This was many, many years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, because, when
Wow,
I was
right.
coming out and stuff, every single drag queen I knew that I was friends with they did everything. There was not one that I did not know that did not
Well.
participate. But this is Texas. I don't know.
And it used to be that if you wanted drugs, you would go and find the drag queens, and then
Yeah.
the drag queens would either get it for you or they would know who to go to get it. I, after that incident, no longer was a good source of that information. Because then I had to distance myself, from that because I did not want to be seen as that.
So what do you think when you, like, Courtney, you were mentioning last week that you had said, when we were talking about the trans issues,
Yeah.
that you noticed a lot of things with the gay community, that they are more intolerant of certain things like that. But when it comes to drugs within the gay community, how do you see it as an outsider looking in as
I
a
don't know,
straight
because
person?
the people that I hang out with, at least they don't talk about it with me. I mean, I don't know. I've never been around somebody when they're doing it.
No.
Kind of
no,
hang
no.
out with I don't know. They could be lying to me. They could go
Right.
home and be doing it.
But you haven't run into
Nope,
it at all?
I don't. I've never.
I used to just run into it all the time here.
But I don't really go out so much anymore.
And you working in a club, I'm not saying that it would happen at the Brass Row, but you know a lot of people in the industry and stuff around the area. I mean, how often do you run into?
I mean, every once in a while, it's more often, I would say, there's certain drugs, like something like Molly, most of the time, they take it before they go anywhere.
Right.
So you're not going to be able to tell really, especially because you don't know the person previously, so you don't know that their behavior is different.
Right.
That could just be who they are. They could just have very flamboyant, outgoing personality, or they could be on something. You don't know, so you can't really tell unless, our security guards do the best they can going around and everything, and more often you find people trying to smoke weed, because that's something that's noticeable. As soon as someone does it, everyone's done it before, everyone knows what it smells like and can find it. But it's not, I'd probably say it's not as bad as it used to be. I know the club scene, I feel like did used to be more coke and crystal and ecstasy and all those things. Now I feel like when people do that stuff, it really is more just Molly, and they do it when they go to those shows. Because there's so many music festivals now and things like that, where they know I can go do it then. They maybe don't do it as often, except for when they're going to their raves and things like that. It's not like an every night thing, because people might just be getting a little smarter. They're still doing the drugs, but they're at least getting to the point where it's not as I need to do it every night when I go out to every single club. I don't even care if I get kicked out, if anyone knows. It's because you know the people in the community who have been caught for it at other clubs or at your club, and it gets around.
Watch out for him. Or her.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then they start going to your purses, and it's serious.
Well, yeah, it's definitely calmed down. I don't try to be a prude. I know I've grown up a little bit on this issue, but it's just, I try not to tell people not to do things either, because sometimes I find that when you try to tell them not to do, they're going to do it anyway, and they kind of go even further with it than they should. You seem like the kind of person that would be that way.
They got further with it?
Yeah, like, don't do it. You.
But don't you think that also, that it's also kind of a trend? This is kind of how I see it, because I have been around a little bit longer than all of you. I do.
I don't believe it.
It's true. I do think that it goes in trends. That, you know, there was a time where, you know, everyone was drinking and not doing as many drugs, and then it became where they were doing drugs and not drinking as much. Water sales were sky high.
Yeah.
And then then it went opposite. Then it went back, and I can see now where I do believe that I do think that people are still doing drugs. I think they're doing it more in pill form now. But people are drinking more. I think that people are drinking more now than they are doing drugs.
That's probably true.
I would say around at this time period, yeah, I think so. And it's also like, I mean, it's just the different generation. It's also people are smoking less now. Like there'll be a night when we're like, I mean, we have a smoking patio here, just like most bars in Hillcrest, and there's always people on it. It's never empty, but there's definitely some nights where there's less of a crowd on it, and it might be those nights where you have that younger crowd and you've got 300 people inside and only like 15 people on the patio, compared to other nights where it is like 300 inside and 50 on the patio. You know what I mean? Like, or something like that, like where the number on the patio compared to the dance floor is different. But you can also tell, like you said, water sales is the biggest thing. Like if you go through a week and all of a sudden, you've like managing a bar and you realize like, wow, we went through a crap load of water this week. We need to look out for some stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, isn't it also possible that possibly since we're more relaxed as a society about marijuana and stuff, that maybe that's why the harder drugs are maybe falling back a little bit?
Potentially.
People are doing that instead, and it's probably better for them in the end than some of these things that you can't really regulate or look
I mean,
at.
I'd say it's definitely better for them to be doing something like smoking marijuana compared to doing something like crystal meth. If you're comparing those two.
Right.
Or even like worse with it, like like heroin or anything like that. But it's all
Heroin was no good.
it's all depending on the person. You know what I mean? Like some people can experiment with everything and be fine. You know what I mean? And be able to be like, you know what? Like I'm not doing this anymore, and are able to. Other people can't. Other people, like you said, if they have addictive personality, like they try it, and that's it. Like, and their life is changed at that moment.
Right.
So I think there are more people who are like being wary about stuff and like wait and like reading more about it and things like that before they try it, which is why I think it has probably gone down a little bit.
Were you gonna jump in?
I was, because I also think that, this is going to go crazy.
Oh,
I had to think about it.
Do it.
There was a kind of a short period of time that I felt like there were a lot of overdoses in the community. A lot of overdoses. And the one thing that drove me the most crazy when all of the overdoses were going on is how they masked the overdoses. They fell, or they had a bad heart, or it was never really the source of what it was. Everyone knew what it was, but everyone protected the secret. And I wonder if at some point people got tired of hearing about the overdoses, or they got scared that they would overdose themselves.
Because you can't have secrets anymore in today's world.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be out there no matter what.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, people
Yeah.
are just going to talk about it. Yeah.
So I wonder if that, had an impact on people's. That's my opinion. That I think that eventually.
Kill off the.
Well, but I mean,
Everyone else has died off. And
you've got to say,
the
look,
ones that made it.
it goes back to what I was saying. It goes back to your image and whoever you are. I wouldn't want to overdose because I wouldn't want
That to be your legacy.
that to be what people remember.
Right.
And that is what people remember.
Right.
They don't remember, the good things. There was a bar owner in town, and I'm not going to go into the whole thing, who did amazing things in the community. Amazing things in the community. And, he died, and, his death was an accident, not related to the drugs. But that is what, if I mention his name, that is what you would remember from him. Not how much money he gave to the community, not, the bar that he ran and how good it was. Not any of that. You remember
The drugs.
he died because he partied, and that was the end result. And I think that that's sad. And, that's, I would not want to overdose so that people go, she OD'd. I don't want to, I'd much rather say she was a fun drunk.
Yeah.
And she should have left, she hosted a show for 20 years and she did this, and you know what I'm saying? Then,
It was hilarious. That's what I would say.
Forever yes.
I would say she was amazing.
I would say she didn't come to my
So I'll
wedding.
start.
I was at your wedding.
No, Ricky was at my wedding. Ophelia was not at my wedding.
Let it go. I called you.
I will let it go after this break. That is right back. Penis and pussy.
Vagina.
Oh, vagina. Sorry.
Words.
Penis
JJ's.
and I like cunt though. Cunt's one of my favorites.
What?
I do.
No.
I love it. Cunt is one of my
Why?
favorite words of all time.
I feel
It's
like
fun.
it's just like not just like a dirty word, but it makes me think of a dirty vagina.
Yeah.
It makes me
Like
think.
it's not
If
a
I was hooking up with a
pretty
girl and she
vagina,
called her
it's a-
vagina a cunt to me,
it
I would
smells
I
and
would
it's
be
dirty.
not happy with that.
You would be what?
I'd be not happy with
Oh,
that.
I think you said that happy.
He would.
I'd probably.
There would be no
I like
personality.
it. Like when you're acting cunty, or you're contagious, or your name is Cantina.
But you just.
I like the JJ.
Yeah, I like the JJ.
But JJ is okay. It reminds me too much of that nurse on what was that?
JJ.
Grey's Anatomy. Eh,
Oh, Grey's Anatomy is good this season.
whatever.
Sorry.
That was a horrible.
Stop
show.
watching that show.
I did too, but now I'm.
The second season.
Now I'm
Like,
back.
It used to be like, it was a really good show, and there's a lot of drama to it and everything like that. But then it
Now it's back. Try watching it.
They just killed off why do make the doctors leave? That's fine. Like they transferred. Like that's real. Doctors don't die in helicopter crashes and shootings outside their house. Like
It's a TV
so
show.
many doctors
It's a TV show.
have died from terrible things.
It's a TV show.
At their hospital. It's not
It's
like it's
a
like
drama.
it happens.
It's a TV show.
It's a terrible
It's
show.
not reality.
It's a terrible show.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my next favorite show that I'm
What is
watching
your
this
next favorite
season?
show, Ophelia?
Survivor.
Survivor.
Are you watching it?
No, no.
Aaron's not watching it either, and I don't like him for it.
No.
Survivor.
I like interesting
So
shows.
all you say no so you can move on.
Yeah.
I mean, that show is dead, just like Mandarin House.
Well, then you just brought it back up to conversation. Thank you. It was dead, and I have not watched it for years, but I'm watching it this year because it is blood versus water. So it's family members.
Water?
Yes. So everyone brought a family member, be it a wife, a husband, a brother, a sister, a daughter, a son, and then they've had to compete against each other.
It sounds fabulous.
It sounds cunty.
Whatever. Excellent.
Sounds like, I like The Amazing Race because they do stuff like that.
The
But
Amazing Race sucks this year.
I haven't watched it this year at all. I haven't.
So these reality shows.
All I know is me and Trent could get along in Russia if we had to on Amazing Race.
I want to do that.
But
with
there's
my
more than
brother.
just
It would be
Russia.
Hilarious.
That's the worst part, though, isn't it?
I would do it with your father.
Oh, so this weekend, me and Trent went to the Mandarin House.
I'll see you at the Christmas party. Oh, what?
Mandarin House. Have you been there? Did you know it's closing?
The Mandarin House, Mandarin House, Mandarin
It's
House.
that Chinese restaurant down on.
Oh, I keep seeing on
Fifth
Facebook
and-
everybody's going, oh, my last meal.
Yeah.
my last meal."
Yeah, we went.
Right down here?
Yes, it's closing.
When is it closing?
4 days. Halloween. And all I can say is, we went to have our last meal. We posted it. We were paying our last respects. It sucked. Sorry.
Why?
It sucked. I mean, I really love that place.
What was so bad? Was it just?
Well, there was this big Chinese argument happening in the kitchen. We couldn't tell what they were talking about, but they were yelling and screaming, and I could swear I hear a knife swivel through the air, but I'm not quite sure. The waiter comes out. He's just like, throws the
It's
food.
closing.
How was the
I
food?
know.
Well, because they don't, well,
I love their egg rolls.
trying to have you keep coming back.
I love their food.
I feel like I've only probably had one bad egg roll in my entire life, though. Like, I feel like that's not like
Where, there?
no anywhere. I
Oh.
feel like egg rolls are like even like not great egg rolls,
Still
still
egg
good.
rolls. He's always hated their egg rolls. I love their egg rolls because they put dried mushroom in it, so it's got some real.
Maybe there's more than one.
I want no part of that.
It's really good. Trent doesn't like it, but I have to admit it was. And then he ordered crispy beef. They brought him orange beef.
Well, maybe they were out of crispy beef.
Maybe they, you know, when you're like about to leave your job and it's like 2 days and you're just like, fuck it, and you're like, they're late and stuff. That's what they feel like.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck it.
So what do you think that place is going to become now? I mean, that's
Condo.
I've showed up 2.5
It
days
is?
late to a job. I'm
they're going to tear it down.
Right? Like, that's how you feel.
A notice on the wall that says, "Beware, there's gonna be asbestos everywhere. We're gonna build a condo here," and that's happening.
See, now that's what I think is upsetting.
What, more condos?
Well, that they're, because our building, I mean, I think it's sad that
The building
they're
was cool.
The building is cool, and
might
we're
be standing
losing
there.
a lot of the coolness.
Yeah.
Especially up and down that fifth, that
They have
whole
a chandelier
thing.
that's like hangs sideways.
Yeah, I love that.
And the
Yeah,
shag carpeting. I'm gonna miss it.
and the top of the park,
Oh, that's gonna go too. Man,
that's going.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, and they got sneaky about it because the people that bought it was a timeshare program or a timeshare company.
Really?
Yes.
Timeshare company at that building is awesome.
But that
though.
place.
It's being resold. So.
Right, but then they bought it. The whole reason that the people bought it, or that the family of the doctor, because he died, the only reason they sold it was that they were going to keep it gay friendly and keep the top of the park and keep a bunch of the staff and yada yada yada, which they did. And then they remodeled it and did some remodeling and fixing it all up. And then they turned around and they sold it to another timeshare company, which just happens to be under the umbrella of the same timeshare company.
Huh.
And when they bought it, then they got rid of, they were able to get rid of the staff, and they got rid of the, the Friday night thing, they did the top of the park, and
Yeah.
they could stop all of that. So it's not going to
So
happen anymore.
have you ever made love there at the top of the park?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a virgin.
Come on, please,
Thing?
please.
Have you ever been up there?
I've been up there, but I didn't. There was no business going on up there. I didn't know that that's what we were supposed to do up there.
Oh
There
no.
with-
Well, no. I just think that it was just a
Are
cool Friday night happy hour that you would go. The views of it.
Are you
were-
talking about Tower Park on Friday night?
Yeah,
you?
that's all coming.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, there's hardly anyone left alive that goes to that. That's why they closed it. Speaking of Carl, have you seen Carl in a while? I haven't seen him anywhere.
Yes. I just saw him. Yeah, I just saw him on
Do you know Carl?
Thursday.
He's a staple of the community. He's like 92.
Yeah, he's 90 something.
He always sat up there at top of the park with that trans woman. I forgot her name. He was always sitting with her at that table.
Nicole?
No, she's not trans this year. That was when she did that interview for Andrew Cunanan or something.
Oh,
Oh my God, that's been how many years?
that long.
Does Harvey Milk have a table for him? The Andrew Cunanan table? That was
Harvey
right there in the
Milk.
corner.
I went into Harvey Milk.
Uh-oh.
I did actually go in
Okay.
because I wanted a cookie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and Dan, they shrunk all of the size of their cookies.
Oh.
They used to be big old cookies. You know what I'm saying? When they were sitting down, like big cookies. Now they're like, and they raised the price.
I haven't gone yet, so I have not passed judgment by myself or anything like that, but the only thing I've heard was that I know someone who went and got a burger there and said the burger was okay, about the same as everywhere else, but it was that it was overpriced.
Yeah. So I told them, I'm like, oh my God, you shrink your cookie size and you raise your price. I'm going over to Mr. Biff's. And I walked out and I went over to
Have you been there yet, Courtney? I have not been there.
I haven't been there.
I will reserve judgment so I can actually go inside
Yeah,
and see.
I'll still go myself, but I mean, it's upsetting to hear that because,
For now.
like, obviously, like putting the name on it and like redoing it like the way they did, like, if they did that and then they raise all the prices, I feel like that's pretty upsetting.
But I want to sit at the Andrew Cunanan table.
Is there an Andrew
Yeah,
Quinn?
because when I used to work there, it was City Deli, and I was a busser. And I remember the table that everyone
They-
always talked about where Andrew Kinn's.
Yeah.
He brought on his old tricks every weekend.
Well, I knew Andrew, so.
Why weren't you on that show then, interviewed with Nikki?
Because no. In fact, I thought for a while when he was, still out running around, I was scared that he was going to come down to the hall because he used to come to the hall on,
To the hole.
like on my Monday nights he'd come and watch the show and stuff. But I was afraid he was going to come down there and have some shootout.
Because Jay's there to protect you.
No, please.
Step over him. Get inside.
Aaron's yelling.
Oh, so I guess, because we're having so much fun with Ophelia, we've run into a lot of time today. But do we have any events? Anything
I'm going to
coming
be
up?
at the Brushwell on Thursday.
Yay, I'll come by. I think I'll come.
Sweet. It'll be fun. Halloween.
How much are you paying me?
Downtown. We'll see.
Will your dad be here?
I'll let my dad talk to you about that.
Is she not hot? Like, do I need to look at a
It's
picture?
hot.
He's a brown.
And he carries a gun.
What is this? My dad was used to be
He's a brown hairy
He's,
guy.
he's breathing.
a brown
hot.
hairy guy?
He's
He
hot.
sounds like Chewbacca.
No! He is not? He does not look like Chewbacca.
Is there a picture on your Facebook? Can I stalk your Facebook and find a picture?
Yeah, I can
Favorite
show you.
picture?
I could probably show you a picture.
I can show you a picture too.
That'll be fun though,
You said you didn't
because
have any nudes on your phone.
that was
Well,
our
no
show on
nudes.
Thursday for Thanksgiving, Halloween with DJ Taj and
Marcel.
DJ
I
Marcel.
love Marcel.
Oh man, that's gotta be an awesome mix right there. I wish I could get away from my work to get over here for that. That'd be a lot of fun.
You're working Halloween night?
Yeah, I work Halloween night, but we do still have that Finer Side of Dan for Dan Diego's, a charity event. $65 on November 5th. If you're interested, please contact me at lee@dandiegos.com and I can get you more information. It's on November 5th, Tuesday night, 6 p.m.
You
to
didn't do
9.
that.
Beer pairing.
Are you coming?
When? Where?
Thursday.
Here? Yes.
Yes.
2 for 1, yeah, I'll come.
What are you going to dress up as, though?
I don't know, because I'll be in class. I'll probably just listen.
I think you look
I'll
hot.
put some like gloves.
You know,
Mickey Mouse ears on.
and on other events, Thanksgiving is rolling around the corner, and so two things for the holiday, and then I'm done, Aaron. I'm done. He's like, thank God. One, the Scott Carlson dinner is coming up, which I would just like to mention. If anyone is not doing anything for Thanksgiving or wants to do something rewarding for Thanksgiving, they serve dinner, and they're still looking for volunteers, and I believe it's at the center again this year. So if you have a couple of hours to spare, you either want to serve or you can be a little table host or whatever. It's great, and I've done it for many years. Or if you need someplace to go and eat on Thanksgiving, go to the center for the Scott Carlson dinner. It's really good. Also, the blanket drive is starting
Blanket Drive. You've been doing this for many years.
which is super important to me as it's now starting to get cold. So I do that with the Imperial Court, so we're getting ready to collect blankets, which we'll do until usually February we stop. So if you have an old blanket, there'll be boxes all over the place. I know there'll be one at the center for sure. I usually will have something down on at the hole on Monday night. You can bring a blanket or whatever, and it's super important. So
And if someone has a lot of blankets, can they contact you?
they totally can
Email?
contact me.
What
But you
email?
can't email me right now because I can't get my damn emails.
But,
Yeah.
oh, and because Palm Springs Pride is coming around, where again I was dropped from the list. We won't go into that this week.
I went about it on our show too.
But Aaron and are you going to be there? Yeah, you are going to be there.
I'm going.
And Palm Springs Pride, because of that, they will not be able to tape your show next week on Thursday.
This week.
This week. That's right. We're in the current week.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Pride. I just don't want to do the show this week.
But it's also on Halloween.
It is on Halloween. Yeah.
But keep an eye on our page for he said, she said, and they said, because we'll be posting photos.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
I got you last year with Andy Clark. Or that was me. It wasn't me.
Yes, you made me go stand in that god-awful line for 5 fucking hours.
And he was
I
like,
was sober by the time we got done with that.
Oh,
Thank you, Courtney. That was my reaction, too.
well, I'm so glad you came on tonight. It was a lot of fun.
I was-
And I'm glad everyone, we're getting ready for the Brass Royal Thursday night and Dan Diego's. And we will see you after Pride. We have some horror stories to tell you when we come back next week. Good night, guys.